for their ancestors treated the false prophets in this way. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
First of all, I just want to say that it's one of those great joys of reading the Gospel to you, or proclaiming the Gospel, that I get to say these terrible things and then in a joyful voice, the Gospel of the Lord. It's one of those, we have a couple Gospels that end with these like real challenging parts of Scripture, and then we have this joyful refrain after that. So it's just one of those joys of being a deacon or a priest. But I think what the Scripture is trying to tell us might be summed up by saying Jesus is trying to say something like this. Blessed are you when you're frustrated at work. Blessed are you when your car doesn't start, when your kids don't listen, when your dog won't stop barking. Blessed are you when you depend only on me. Blessed are you when you need me more than anything else. Blessed are you when you are weak and angry and tired, because you need me. Blessed are you when you need me, when you depend only on me. This Scripture sets up this conflict between depending on God and depending on the things that we have gathered in this world, depending on the goods that we have gained or believe that we have gained for ourselves, on our cars and our houses and our jobs and the money and all of the things of this world. So Jesus is trying to say, blessed are you when you need me, because you depend on me more than anything else. And that's a challenge. It is. And when we look at our first reading today, we see what happens when you depend on God versus when you depend on the things of this world. We have this great image of these two trees, one planted firmly in this world, in the desert of this world, and everything about that tree is dying. It has no life left within it. But the tree that is planted near the flowing waters of God's love, the tree that is reaching its roots out into the Lord, that tree is planted and thrives. It grows and blossoms. It bears fruit all year round. Its leaves never fade. Everything that it does will prosper. That's what we need to do. Be planted firmly in the Lord, reaching our roots out towards his flowing waters. We need to be reaching out to the sacraments, reaching out to the Scriptures where God's life blossoms and blooms, reading them on a daily basis, taking in the love of God as often as we can, so that our roots will absorb that love and that life, that our lives will bring forth his goodness in the world. So that when we have those frustrating moments, when we're frustrated at work because a project isn't going the way that it's supposed to, we can stop and say, depend only on God. It will get done when it needs to get done. The person who messed up, I can forgive them. Because God forgives me. Because I'm depending only on God. When the car doesn't start, there's another way to get to work. There's another way to get to the grocery store. There's something else we can do. Maybe that car not starting is God protecting us from an accident, or saving someone else's life, or keeping us where we need to be. Depend only on God. Trust that He has a good plan for you. When your kids aren't listening and you're frustrated with them, maybe that is a moment for you to show what real love is. Love that gives itself without being returned, like Christ on the cross. Yes, it's painful. But when you depend on God in that moment, great fruit will be born. All that you do will prosper. Depend only on God. Only on Him. Reach out with your lives and grab onto Him and absorb everything that He has to give you. Take that life into you. Blessed are you when you're tired and frustrated and angry and sad, because you need me more than anything else. Depend only on me. Be planted in the life of the Lord.